Welcome back to the Pets Rules Show. I'm your host, Mr. Animal Lover, and I'm so glad you're here. This show celebrates the joy and companionship pets bring into our lives. So if you're ready to enrich your pet's life, connect with other animal lovers, and maybe even find a special connection, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and celebrate the bond that unites us all. Before I start, I just want to uh, a moment of silence for the New Orleans victims. Today, they in the news telling us the age range from 20. Most of them were from the age of 20 to 30 years old, and there's a lot of evil in this world, and we just have to be grateful. Every day we wake up, open our eyes, and thank God for that. So, I'm going to continue in the series. Yesterday was the first day of the show. If you missed it, especially if you are a pet store owner in New York City, uh, go ahead and watch it. But this is a continuation of that show. And we're going to touch on many topics, not just what you're going to hear today, but, inflation, how that affects prices in terms of pet food, pet clothing, pet services, everything that has to do with pets. And topics will range anywhere from, again, inflation, veterinary fees, um, uh, being a first time pet owner or adopting a pet. So topics will range, and you'll have something for everyone, especially if you're a pet lover. So thank you for joining me. I'm Mr. Animal Lover, and we're going to continue on. This show today is for those small business owners in New York State. They passed a law, and it went into effect December 15, where in New York State, small business pet owners, or chain of those that have chains of stores, pet stores, cannot sell cats, dogs, and rabbits in the store. And who do we blame for this? Um, there's bad actors out there. There are bad small business owners who would sell sick pets to first time pet parents who did not know whether the difference, couldn't tell if the pet's sick. You bring it home, and it can have 2 days later vomiting and any type of sickness that usually small baby newborns or a couple years old pets get. Sometimes you can't tell right away. They clean them up real well, and when you take it home a week later, the animal does not stop vomiting, and you panic. Of course, you didn't expect this, and this is what you receive from the pet store. And it's happened more than once, many times, and people get sick of it. So because of these bad actors, everyone has to pay the price. However, the reason you're watching this show is because I have a solution. The solution is, although this law, it's called the legislation known as the Puppy Mill Pipeline Act, right? Which aims to curb unethical breeding practices and promote animal adoption from shelters and rescues. So my tips, continuation from yesterday, is, and I'm going to expand on especially what I said yesterday, by showing you another non-for-profit that, as a small business owner, you're going to have to uh, build a relationship with your local pet rescue or animal adoption shelter center, and you start bringing those cats, dogs, rabbits, whatever animal they have for adoption, into your pet store and start showing them off. Listen, I think it's a win-win in terms of you're going to save money. Now you don't have to purchase these pets from whether it's, I mean, if it was legal before, yes, a legal breeder, you did the right thing. However, I feel you're going to save money. For these non-for-profits, they have all the marketing in place already. And not only the marketing in place, but they have the resources to help you in terms of, you go in there, you're going to, number one, locate the closest one to you, animal rescue or animal adoption center. And I'm going to show you two of them today, the one from yesterday and a new one today. And you can do this, set this up, you give them a phone call, you speak to anyone there. I'm sure they're ready because they know that this new law, the Puppy Mill Pipeline Act, was enacted, is in effect, and they know you cannot sell cats and dogs and rabbits. So I'm sure, have put steps in place to make it easy, the transition for them to, let you show off those cats and dogs. And there are many available when it comes to these animal rescue places. There's not a shortage of cats and dogs in there. So that should be the last of your worry if you're a small business owner. So I want to go ahead and show you. So the one yesterday was and this is, I'm going to go to the website, but this is the internet www.animalleague.org. This is the link where you can go. And the two I'm going to show you today is the Animal League, North Shore Animal League, and the ASPCA. Now, they do not pay me for showing them off. I'm showing them off because I believe in these two nonprofit organizations, and most of the ones I'm going to show, mostly all of them, I will show you on my show. They run a very legit, 100%, been around for a long time, animal rescue organization. So you wouldn't have to worry about bad actor when it comes to these organizations I'm going to show you. So the first one is going to be the Animal League, and I'm going to share my screen. So this is the North Shore Animal League, and this is one of the biggest in New York State, no-kill adoption center. And very easy. You're a small pet business owner, call them up. If we go up to the screen here, I mean, it's I love how they show you all the animals saved, adoption facilities. Obviously, also it helped to donate to them. And in terms of a phone number, you have the hours and direction, and then you have the contact us. I'm just going to click on that. And there you go. So there's the headquarters in Port Washington. You call this number. And if you want to visit the campus, it has hours and direction. You can also send out an email. You're a small pet business owner. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Open up your computer, laptop, phone, tablet. Go to the website, animalleague.org, and start off with calling them up or sending them an email. Number 2, let me go back over here. In terms of pets, because as a small business owner, this is what you care about, right? As you can see here, take us home. This center, this not-for-profit, North Shore Animal League, I believe every breed you can think of is here, and they make it very simple. You see here, meet Sabrina, meet Luca. So in terms of marketing for a pet shop owner, everything is done for you. All you have to do is call them up, the North Shore Animal League, or send them an email via the website and tell them, listen, I want to show off some cats and dogs. I have a pet store and I want to show off cats and dogs. Can we make an arrangement where I can go pick them up? This is my small business. This is where my store is located. And I can guarantee you 100% that they will find a way for you to get these pets to your store and have a nice event where first time pet adopters can come in and adopt a rescue dog or cat. So I'm going to meet Gordy. The name is provided to you. Gordy, gender male, age puppy. And I just happened to click on Gordy, but he's a puppy. So they have every age range also. Doesn't have to be, sometimes we're afraid, they're mostly on the older side. No, a lot of these pets, for no reason, sometimes the pet owners, there was a fire in the apartment building or their house blew down, a natural disaster. We have many of them. So a lot of these pets, they come from all over the United States. In Florida, we have a couple natural disasters in the last 2 years, in the last year. So they ship them. And this is a no-kill non-for-profit, North Shore Animal League, and they end up here. So, and before they put these animals for adoption, they give them all their shots. They see a certified veterinarian. So you're going to get a adopted pet that's 100% up on their shots, and a pet who saw a veterinary. And as a small business owner, pet shop owner, this is gold for you. All you have to do is show them off to prospective first-time pet, and they don't have to be first-time pet adoption parents, but whatever parent wants to adopt a pet. So this is Gordy, male puppy, small size, and they even have a little fact sheet on them. Get to know Gordy. I'm just one of the available puppies waiting to meet you at our Alex and Elizabeth Canine Adoption Center in Port Washington campus. Good with all kids, need an experienced adopter, needs regular training. So they're telling you, all you have to do, you're a first-time parent who's looking to adopt a pet, find a trainer or spend time with the pet where you can train them. But in terms of the most expensive services, veterinary services, shots, this can cost as a first-time cost when you if you were to purchase this at a pet shop, not in New York State, but or a legal breeder. This is what their expenses are going to come in. Veterinary, get the shots done, because a veterinary is gonna check to see if there's anything wrong, any hidden diseases or anything that's gonna prevent the pet from growing healthy. But as a small business owner, you have everything here. I mean, in terms of the fees, it even gives you. So as a small business owner, you're all you're doing is showing them off, and you were to show off Gordy at your small business. Whatever prospective parent adopts Gordy, you're going to gain as a small business owner because you're going to have the rights to sell. You built that relationship with that new customer. You're going to sell the food. If you have where you can give them grooming services, and most of these small businesses, especially pet shop owner, they do grooming services, and you're back in business 110%. The only thing that you're doing, you're saving money. Again, you're not selling this puppy. Everything is sold via the non-for-profit. This one we're talking about, the North Shore Animal League, but everything is there for you. All you're doing is showing off the animal. So let's go now to the ASPCA. Again, I'm not getting paid to sponsor these two, North Shore Animal League or the ASPCA. I'm doing it because I believe in these two non-for-profits. They've been around for a long time and they're reputable. So ASPCA, reputable, has been around for a long, long time. And similar to the North Shore, you have here, they have various locations throughout, but as a small business owner, or not just a small business, a pet parent seeking to adopt a first-time pet, perfect place to go to. North Shore Animal League or ASPCA, for everything's there for you laid out. As a parent who wants to adopt a pet first time, everything's laid out in terms of what services the pet received, the veterinary services, what shots. If you adopt it from these organizations, they're going to have all their shots up to date. They saw a veterinary doctor before you take it home, the pet. So all this will be done before you take the pet home. And I just want to go through the website, and let me put it on here so you can see the link of the ASPCA. This is the link right here, internet link, www.aspca.org. And when you go there, again, from puppies to older dogs. Older dogs are great. People are afraid, older dog, maybe he's going to have a lot of health issues. No, do not believe that. Older dogs, especially if you're a senior citizen, I believe great companion pet, excellent companion pet, especially if someone who just wants a companion pet. Senior citizen, great to have an older dog than a younger one who's going to run around a lot and give you a run for your money. So let's just go over here on the ASPCA website, the various dogs. And again, Simba, a Chihuahua Maltese mix. All their shots are going to be up to date. Before you take this pet home, they're going to see a veterinary doctor. These big organizations such as the North Shore Animal League and ASPCA, they have veterinary doctors on staff. Let's see another one here. We have Scooby, foster or adopt needed, black mouth, short coat, medium young male. And it gives you a profile on the dog, Again, a lot of these animals, they're abandoned or they are given up for adoption, not because these pet parents who were their parents just wanted to give them up. It could have been a natural disaster. In Florida, you had a couple of them where you had miles of houses flooded. Pet owners lost their houses. They have nowhere to live themselves. And, they, to make life easier for the pet, instead of abandoning them, they gave it up to a shelter, which is one of the last options you should do, obviously, than just leaving it out in the street. Is give it up for adoption and shelter where they're going to at least receive services and they're going to be fed. So don't think that there was something wrong with the animal, cat, dog, because you see them at a rescue animal shelter. So here, the last one I'm going to show you, Rubik's pointer mix, short coat, and then you see the profile there. So 2 organizations today. We have the one from yesterday, animalleague.org. That's the link. Then you have the aspca.org. And if you are a small pet or a chain of business owners, you have no choice. you're going to have to build a relationship with these organizations. The law that was in effect December 15 prohibits the sale of cats and dogs, rabbits, and in New York State. So in terms of pet shops, so now the legislation called the Puppy Mill Pipeline Act aims to curb unethical breeding practices and promote. Who's this? Who? What? Fiona? Oh, Fiona, my beautiful cat. Um, Before I keep Fiona, stay right there. I'm going to talk about you in the second half of the show. All right. So just give me a couple of minutes. So, reputable organizations, the ASPCA and the Animal League. Sure. So the second part of the show, I'm going to let me stop sharing. This is Fiona. Fiona and Fiona Fiona is temperamental. What do I mean by that? She is 9 years old and Fiona has an attitude. Show them you have an attitude, Fiona. She's a girl, 9 years old, and she was adopted. And she's very talkative. I don't know if you heard her. Meow, meow, meow. I fed her. She's not hungry. She's just very talkative. This is the type of cat this is. Now, okay, be nice. Come on, be nice. Come on, meow, meow. So, second part of the show, I want to talk about mental health. I'm a big advocate of mental health, especially. First, let me just, when I say mental health, I want you to understand that trauma in adults and children that experience, okay, I'm going to let you go, that experience mental health issues can be, as simple as a car accident, child abuse, a natural disaster, death in the family, an act of terrorism, what happened in New Orleans. These are brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, the 14 victims who died. A lot of these victims have brothers and sisters, moms, dads. This is trauma. Unfortunately, with the evil that was done to them, this is trauma. And, this is what do I mean by experiencing trauma in adults and children, neglect, community violence. I turn on the news. I see that in New York City, a mailman standing online gets stabbed for ordering a sandwich. I mean, this is the world we live in now. Traumatic exposure to ongoing domestic violence, physical and sexual assault. And how do you counterattack this trauma? There's many ways, but I feel that having a companion pet or a service dog, a therapy cat, therapy cat, service dog, therapy dog, or whether it's a rabbit, a hamster. Listen, if you're more of a reptile type animal lover, and there was a time where I remember a king snake. It's like red and black, and I was living in the same place where there was a king snake. At first, it was scary, but snakes are harmless as long as you keep them in the cage. The hardest part is feeding them because they eat live animals, and you have to beat that animal. I don't want to say on the show, but they eat mice, and you have to beat it, soften it up for them, because if no, the mice bites them and it hurts the snake. I also had a gerbil, a hamster. Hamsters, I believe they ate ladders. That was easy. I was in high school and I had a couple hamsters. The only problem with having hamsters is you cannot have a cat as a pet and a hamster. So I had both. So what happened? The cat was always watching the hamster. It was like a Tom and Jerry type show, cartoon going on. And eventually we stayed with the cat, but I was, I think, maybe 12, 13 years old, and I just wanted a hamster. That's why I'm Mr. Animal Lover. I love all types of animals. Um, I love birds also. I'm the type who, I see a bird injured in the middle of the street, I will stop traffic, run, and pick up the bird and put it to a safe area where I feel it's not going to get run over. Um, so uh, tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to touch on more on the mental health, uh, and I'm going to wrap up the small business owner in terms of the let me just go back to the legislation that was passed. I'm going to wrap that up. The Puppy Mills Pipeline Act. We're going to wrap that up tomorrow, Friday. This was a short week for the show. We started our first day Wednesday, and I wanted to continue on this topic, but I feel that for the following week, inflation, prices, that's hurting families, and it's hurting pets and animals. So I feel that's some topic I want to touch on for next week. That it's going to be very interesting, especially if you're a pet parent. Again, I have 4 cats. That's a lot of money I spend on food, so I can tell you it can get expensive. And cat litter, and you have, as you see behind me, you have furniture for the cat. So yeah, that can get very expensive. So that's a topic we're going to touch on next week. Tomorrow I am going to uh, touch on a little bit more the mental health, for I believe that's very important, especially for the times we're in. Again, we suffer trauma in many ways. and we don't know, but many ways, uh, so let me just go over a few things before the show ends. It's only a half an hour show, 7:30 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It helps the show. And let's over here you have hlcpets.com for pet deals. Everyone on that website business helps the show when you purchase directly through the link. The Support the Pets Rule Show, we have a GoFundMe page if you want to support the show. And let me if you want to send me out an email, you have questions, please email me at petsrule@hlcpets.com. That's petsrule@hlcpets.com. Very reputable organization, North Shore Animal League. This is the internet link. And that was for yesterday. Today we had a new one showing you. ASPCA, another reputable, and these are reputable non-for-profit organizations that have been around for a long time. They love animals. They have a lot of pets up for adoption. And especially with everything that's going on in the world, Florida, the last couple of years, you had a lot of natural disasters, California, fires burning, and when outside of the country also, these organizations accept pets from all over. They don't deny any pets. So if you have questions, you're a small business owner, or if you are seeking to adopt a pet and you just want to know a little bit more the process, you can call me from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, 1-800-213-0988 for questions and answers. There's a fee per minute. Watch the Pets Rule Show Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 8 p.m. And please subscribe to the show. It helps it out. And that's going to be it for today. I will see you tomorrow from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. Please spay and neuter your pet if you haven't done so already. Goodbye.